Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Now, for those of you who do not know, guys, Kevin Samuels was a self-development YouTuber who would pretty much focus on becoming a high-value man. And now, guys, Kevin was extremely controversial, mostly because he was probably the most blunt person on the entire internet. So this video is not going to be like everyone else trying to bash him. This is actually going to be a very positive video. Pretty much 5 of the best takeaways from his life and his philosophies that he would teach men. So guys, whether or not you believe in all of his ideologies, whatever it may be, you have to admit that he still helped change the lives of probably millions of people, men and women included. So this man left behind quite the mark, and I believe that at the end of the day, your life is pretty much accounted for how many lives you can actually touch, how many lives you can really impact and change for the better. So without further ado, guys, let's get on with the video. What's up, guys? My name is Austin Wayne and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, guys, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. I'm building an awesome community on this channel. Also, guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Austin Wayne Official. I post some really sick content on that platform as well. Let's go. So guys, before we really get into this video, I just want to say that Kevin Samuels, man, I can see so much trauma, so much bad stuff in his past. Like, for example, he was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 21 when you're supposed to be living your life up. So he was pretty much worried about freaking dying in his 20s rather than partying and doing what everyone else was doing. He had 2 divorces, and then he went through all of that to where he was in his 50s. And in his 50s, he blew up as a self-development YouTuber, someone who was teaching the red pill, and he was even in a recent Future music video. So this guy lived quite the life, and I loved how he transformed that negative, just dark past into something more positive, man. And he really helped a lot of people. Now, obviously, some of this comes out in a couple of toxic ways, which I will actually get into in this video, but we have 5 key takeaways from his life to begin with. All right, guys, philosophy number 1 is that if you want a chance with even average woman in 2022, you need to level up, as in you need to become a high-value man. Now, there is a saying to where 20% of the men date 80% of the women. And I believe Kevin Samuels, like most of his content was just circling around this fact. Is that even if you want a woman who's considered like a 5 or a 6, you kind of have to be like an 8 or a 9 or a 10, because they will monkey branch to the highest value man possible. So if you want a chance with any of these modern day women, you have to level up and you have to become very high value to begin with. So that brings us to number 2, guys. He actually had 3 philosophies on how to become a high value man, and it's going to be the 3 6s. So it's pretty much going to be 6 feet up, and then it's going to be 6 figures, and then 6-pack abs. So obviously, guys, height is mostly genetic. I mean, not everyone's going to be in the 6-foot range. So this one's a little bit difficult to control. Now, I do actually have a couple height growth videos. If you are a teenager specifically and you want to grow as tall as you genetically can, that may help you a little bit. But if the height is not on your side, the other 2 is completely in your control, man, and you can completely maximize yourself to becoming a high value man. All right, guys, 6 figures. Now, 6 figures, obviously, some people think it's out of reach, but it's pretty simple. So pretty much it's going to come down to one of 2 ways. Number 1, you get a degree in obviously a very high paying field, such as you become a doctor, you become an engineer, you make 6 figures. Obviously, you may have like 4, 6, 8 years of college education to where you can actually get this payout, but that is obviously going to be the quickest way to make 6 figures consistently for most of your life. But if you do not like the 9 to 5, then obviously becoming a business owner is going to be the best way, in my opinion, to make 6 figures. And now, what's sick about this is becoming a high value man, like if your goal is to attract women, you want to actually have something unique about you. Like you want to have that fire inside you. You want to have that passion inside you. Because I'm sure if you went out there and you asked women if they liked a man who made $200K a year, but he hated his freaking life, versus a business owner who doesn't even make 6 figures. Let's say he makes like 50 grand a year. I can guarantee you 90% of those women would choose the man who makes less money, but he is freaking passionate about what he does. So I believe passion, having that fire inside of you with whatever you are doing, is much more important than the money. But those are going to be the 2 most easy ways to make 6 figures. And obviously the business will probably take quite a bit longer to get to that 6-figure mark. But the more you learn, the more businesses that you start, you will get better and better as you age. And then the third six-pack abs. Now this is freaking easy. Obviously, you lift heavy, you eat in a consistent caloric deficit to shred the body fat, and then that's pretty much it. Caloric deficit, lift heavy, and then strategic repeat days. You'll have a six-pack in no time, no matter what your current physique is, no matter your genetics. If you need some fat loss videos, go watch my channel, man. This channel is all about self-improvement. Specifically, I center obviously a lot of my content around fitness because I freaking love fitness. I'm a certified trainer, man. So if anyone watching this happens to need help creating the body of your dreams, hit the link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation with me, Austin Wayne. Now, guys, I have achieved my dream body just like this. And I've also helped hundreds of my personal one-on-one clients look like male models, Greek gods, just by working with me one-on-one. So if you want to be next, hit that link in the description box. All right, guys, up next, number 3, personal hygiene is fucking everything as a man. If you want to be perceived as a respectable man, you have to look, you have to smell just like a man. So what does this mean? I mean, Kevin Samuels himself has a 2-hour video where he was giving men the entire breakdown on men's hygiene, on personal fashion, everything. I mean, guys, you have to be showered 1 to 2 times per day. You need to be shaving your face on a daily basis. You need to be plucking your eyebrows. You need to be getting consistent haircuts. You need a skincare routine, man. Like, you need to be doing consistent personal hygiene things. Like, you need a solid cologne. You need that signature scent to really get out into the world and separate yourself from these other men who are not putting the work into themselves. And the thing is, man, just like Kevin Samuels says, this stuff is very, very simple. It is the minimum for any man. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to sustain. It's just the matter of the fact that most men don't do it. Most men say, oh, like, that's a little bit too feminine to do things like that. But the thing is, man, it sets you apart from anybody else. So if you want to be perceived as high value, you have to look like you're a high value. You have to look like you take care of your fucking self. So this is the third point, man. Personal hygiene is everything. All right, guys, as much as I love how much Kevin Samuels was able to impact people, obviously, man, when he died, the amount of negativity is freaking insane. So this goes to show you, like, even if you're improving people's lives, even if your goal is really to help people, if you come at it with a negative attitude, as in you bring people down every now and then, people only seem to remember that. People don't like people who bring other people down for the sake of bringing them up. So if you really want to have a positive impact on this world, man, focus on the positive. So if someone comes to you, like they have these issues, don't focus on the issues. Focus on the positives about that person. Otherwise, whenever you die, whatever your legacy may be, they might focus on how you focused on the negative of others. Now, obviously, man, he was just trying to humble these women. Like, for example, if you watch his YouTube channel, man, like he would have these women, let's say they're a 5 or a 6 physical attraction wise. And then he would have them rate themselves. And for example, they would say they're an 8, they're a 9, they're a 10, and that they deserve a man in that caliber. So he would pretty much try to humble these women so that they could find a guy that would actually make them happy. Like, that's all it was. But it's that negativity that people do not like. So whatever it is you are doing, man, try to focus on the positive. Try to spread light and positivity whenever you possibly can. And last but not least, man, this is about the red pill specifically. The red pill's toxic, man. Kevin Samuels was like the head red pill guy. And let me tell you something, man. I don't want to be disrespectful, but he died completely alone in his 50s with no family, anything like this. So it is my personal belief that if you really want a satisfying life, eventually you will want to find a good partner, man. And like, if you're always trying to play games, if you're always trying to do this red pill stuff, then you're just going to attract the women who are not good for you. So use this to pretty much better your life, man. Like, use this to pretty much discover female nature, how they actually act, or the majority of them will behave. Use this to actually learn about the woman, improve yourself to where you become a high value man. But don't let yourself become toxic. Don't cut off all women just because you feel like, obviously, you're never going to find the one, you're never going to find a good woman, because they're all the same. So don't let this community turn you guys toxic. And Kevin Samuels, best thing to take away from him, man, just the self-improvement stuff. Become a high value man. That's going to be the most important aspect of your life. It'll completely change every aspect of your life just by leveling up, man. More money, better physique. And obviously, we want to take it even deeper. Like, we don't want just pure vanity. Like, we actually want to develop some personality. We want some character, man. Be a little bit eccentric. Be a little bit weird. Be yourself. Have a very unique fashion sense. Don't just follow what all these fashion YouTubers are telling you how to dress. Do it for you, man. And just be uniquely yourself at all times. And never, ever lose hope, guys. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and the perfect partner will eventually complement your life. But that's the whole red pill, man. Don't go out looking for them. Don't degrade yourself or put someone else on a pedestal above you. Just focus on yourself, focus on your grind. The right person will come along just perfectly into your life. That's exactly how it goes. So guys, RIP Kevin Samuels, a true legend, a true king. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. I'm building an awesome community on this channel, guys. Also, be sure to like this video to push this video out into that YouTube algorithm. I love you guys all so freaking much. Peace.